Hey everybody, LeoCMC here, and today I'd like to give you a very small demonstration of Slaughterfest. I really hope I do this right, because I've never done something like this before, but since I made that all yesterday and mentioned I think I'd want to make a game mode out of it, I figured I might as well attempt to build a small demonstration of it. So, if you did multiplayer like this, which I really do want to actually pitch this to someone, I think what you'd want to do is you'd spawn in like a little area, something enclosed like this, where everyone can all fit, depending on how many people you want to have in the game. Um, I'd imagine you'd have walls something like this, and as soon as the game starts, all the glass despawns and everyone just books it out of here. Personally, I just have this little entrance route. So let's say there's like a little countdown, almost in like Hunger Games or whatever. All of a sudden, everyone's like, "Run, run!" and all the things despawn. Everyone just books it. So you go to where you want to go. But before you want to do that, just a couple of the rules. Yeah, we got my name there, though. Goal. I just set it for something very generic, like be the first to score 100 points. I imagine there'd be like a small time limit, maybe like 5-10 minutes, give or take. I don't know. So points I signed just right away would be 1 for pigmen because there's so many. Gas would be 2. They're not as abundant, but they fly and they don't take many hits to kill. High gassed. Magma cubes would be 3 just because there's so little of them. That may be a flaw. You may want to assign 1 point value since they all like split into so many different parts. You'd be getting a ton of points off them. I don't quite know. I'd say that's more preference of the server that'd be using this. And then spawners would be 15 points. That's kind of you'd hide spawners. Like whoever builds the map would hide them somewhere specific. And maybe it would just be randomly generated. So here would be your starting kit. You automatically have this all in your inventory or whatever, so while you're waiting for it to start, you can put it all on or whatever, all the armor. I give you a chain chest plate rather than like a leather because you got to keep in mind the fact that these are a bunch of pigmen, and when I was without any armor at all, they killed me in like 2 hits. So imagine in full-on iron, which I'd rather not test it, full-on iron, I'd imagine you take like 4 hits and you'd probably die. So rather than full leather, because as soon as you hit one pigman, you pretty much die, I give you chain and just as like a little bit of a buffer. Stone sword, obvious reasons. Snowballs, you may ask why, but if you watch yesterday's video, that was the first time I ever even thought about something like this. Snowballs would kind of take place at the eggs I was using. Like if you don't want to waste an arrow or something just to peeve off like a huge group of them, you just throw a snowball at one of them, they get pissed, they come towards you, and then you can start sniping them. You've got sticks for crafting. You've got bowls because there's a ton of mushrooms in the Nether, and you can do the thing almost like Hunger Games or KVP PvP, how bowls of mushroom stew will just automatically regenerate health, something like that. Obviously, you need food, and then the redstone torches I will explain. I'm actually going to take them just for that reason. The stuff that I have in my inventory here is just all stuff I forgot to get rid of, so don't mind that. So you can have different areas spread out, and they're all just like little areas. Instead of yesterday's like 5v5, I think 5x5 I think I had yesterday, I extended it by 2 on each way, 2 this way, 2 this way, and every single thing is going to have something specific in there, so it combines aspects of Hunger Games and stuff like that. And then on the top, I mentioned claiming, so on the top, rather than just having glowstone, I made a glowstone lamp. And to claim it, you place down a redstone torch, and then it automatically claims it in yours. I imagine that blocks would be indestructible by player entities, maybe even by gas, I don't quite know. But you claim it like that, and then I guess maybe you could do something like only you can enter it. I don't quite know. I'm not very good with command blocks. You could find stuff in there like this iron ingot. If you found another one in a different base, you could use the sticks you've got, or maybe sticks you find, and you could build a sword, or you can save up a bunch of them, and you can build armor and stuff. And you'll see beacon blocks here and there, and there's a specific reason for that. And one of the major things I thought of is the further you go out from the starting points, the better items you're going to want to find because they're willing to waste their time to go that far. So you've got iron, you got a lot of arrows. Honestly, 16 is a decent amount. That's like a bunch of kills, honestly. It's like at least 5 pigmen right there. You've got some iron ingots, like 2 just immediately complete a sword. You've got flint and steel, which you'll see exactly why I've got that in a moment when we go up here. So if you noticed at the start, at least I'm pretty sure, let's go check just in case. At the beginning, hopefully I put it in the starting kit that you have like netherrack or something to build with. Yeah, 16 netherrack. Maybe you could find more in certain chests and certain bases, whatever. but you want to use that to be smart, and you can maybe specifically build up to harder to reach places, harder to reach bases, stuff like that. So in the harder to reach ones, you'd find like a diamond chest plate, a flame sword. The flint and steel would be for the TNT, and then a potion of fire resistance. Like maybe you could have certain thing leading to another. You take that potion, you manage to get from wherever you were, and you automatically just realize, oh yeah, there was something down here. Use that potion of fire resistance. You can like dive if you're ballsy enough. Just dive straight into the lava because you won't be taking damage from it. Float through it, get into this base, so on and so forth. I don't necessarily think you'd have to claim a base before you enter it. Maybe you'd want to. I don't quite know. That'd kind of be like a factions thing, how you can't build on somebody else's territory. Once you claim a base, nobody else can go in it, stuff like that. There'd be no PvP. It'd be all PvE because if people were able to kill each other, nothing would happen. You'd literally, everyone would die. I'm not sure if you'd want to set a specific amount of lives or anything. This is kind of all up to the server's choices. I don't quite have a set like size for the maps. That would again be up to servers and builders and stuff. So wherever I have a beacon block, it's a place I kind of marked like good ideas for hiding spawners. Like this is all naturally spawning. I did not edit anything in here except for where I was building and accidentally punching out netherrack when I was trying to hit that was quartz, but whatever, when I was trying to hit pigmen away. So I'm not saying that beacon blocks even have to be there. Just those glowstone lamps over there that you'll see are just where you can mark, where you can find random spawners. If you're being willing to be like a very adventurous person, that's the word I was looking for. So, and then this one I just saw when I was just looking. I was like, oh, that'd be pretty interesting having to try and find a way through this. Maybe if you didn't have the potion or whatever, and just be hiding in a little nook or whatever. So that's basically the rundown of Slaughterfest multiplayer, at least the version I came up with. That was a lot of lag for whatever reason. So yeah, oh, didn't know you could spawn in there. Probably should have thought that through. Well, all the builders and stuff would have to handle crafting and, well, not crafting, building with certain stuff in there, whatever. Maybe even some of the bases could have places, like instead of just giving a full-on enchanted sword, you can give a random, wow, I'm lagging for whatever reason. You can give, what are they called? I know they're in here somewhere. An iron, yeah, an anvil. You could put an anvil there, and then maybe if they have a sword, you can give like a book of enchanting instead. Some random book, stuff like that. Maybe some bottle of enchantings, too. You can see all the holes where I was punching out stuff for pigmen. So, this is basically the rundown I've given of every single idea I've come up with up to this point for Slaughterfest. If you've got any suggestions, please do leave it in the comments. Obviously, things are very editable, which is why I left a lot of things open to the builders of the server to be going on. Like, it doesn't have to be 1, 2, and 3 points, and then randomly 15. It doesn't have to be 100 points. It just, like, all depends on how many people you want to have in here, what the time limit you'd like to assign to it, if any. How big you'd want the map to be, all that stuff. That's all up to the builder's discretion. I would rather leave this fairly open-ended because everything's built to, you know, change and evolve and all that. So, hopefully I can get this posted fairly quickly so I can start posting on forums and servers about it, see what I can do to get this to become a thing. So, thank you all very much for watching. Have a great day, night, week, month, evening, morning, whatever. So again, thank you all very much for watching.